on, put your cowboy hat on, because I've got one. For Roxy. So,
she panics with big traffic as well. The bolting thing again.
Okay, well, I think, hang on. Stop. Now look how quick this is coming now. But it's also as important for me to be gentle at the same time.
Of course, I had to have her sedated to get her there, because
yes.
I didn't want to make that any worse.
No.
I love it!
Oh, God.
I'm so chuffed for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm so happy.
Do you know,
£1.70 a litre.
A litre.
Oh, so $12, $13 a gallon.
Jeez.
Curling her not moving into my space.
Right, okay, so...
If you give her an inch, she'll take a yard.
Right, do you hand feed her much?
Give her the odd carrot.
Look into my eyes. Well, it's showing us.
So happy, I might get some.
I can't put that in my video.
You said that.
Hi guys, I know it's going to be a bit weird seeing me in a cowboy hat because I've usually got some sort of cap on, but I'm feeling a little bit cowboy-y because of the demonstration that we did, and star of the show was definitely Molly, Charlotte's English horse, that I kind of did a dress up on her, and I wore this hat and all the gear. But Tanya just said, "Oh, put it on, put your cowboy hat on, because I've got one." For Roxy. So, okay, I'm going to keep this on. Tanya's asked me to. So, on a rare occasion, I got the old cowboy hat on for this video. So, take her back, Tanya. She's shivering. She's shivering. So, Roxy's safe now. She didn't like that hat at all. She just took it off and she took the hat off and she ran off. But another reason I'm feeling a little bit cowboy-y, we did a demonstration last week. It was the second one we'd done, and it went brilliantly. A really good demonstration. Everyone was so positive about it. Great set of horses. But I think the best bit of it was towards the end of the demonstration. I got a chance to play dress up, and it was Charlotte's idea for me to ride Molly. Charlotte's, you know, she's had Molly, what, 5 or 6 months, and we've kind of done a few things with her to soften her up, get connected to her feet. And although I haven't rode her that much, it's made a big difference with Charlotte practicing as well. So that went so well. I got a chance to, you know, put the guns on and the bits and pieces in it, and she really melted people's hearts the way how soft she was and how well she rode for me. So so that's that. So yeah, I'll show you a few clips of the demo now. We've just had the demo footage come. I've looked through a little bit of it, and that'll be all going on. There'll be quite a good one going on the World Wide Web, you know, the World Wide Facebook, which this one is, and then the supporters group will get, I don't know, 5.5 hours of it unedited on the supporters group. But I'll show you some little clips of it, only little ones, from the demo, and then I'll be back in a second.
So we're doing the job. We are doing the job. Back up a little bit with it. Absolutely brilliant, guys. What do you think of that? That is. It's the same piece exactly. Come in, outside leg back. Come out. Inside leg on. Out to your centers. So I'm going to lift the same. Everything's the same. Hindquarters drift. Let it go. I can either let it go or hold it. So lift the rein, lift the hindquarters over, let it go. All the time. We can just invisibly do it now, look. We can invisibly do it now. But in the early stages, I was telling Charlotte, just lift until she gives there.
He wasn't saying, lift the rein! Lift it!
This is what my outside leg back, look to where I'm going, and only release for that little sweet spot with a tiny little straight in between. I try and slow and walk up and quicken a walk up. So I'm thinking about a left landing, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That was quite good.
I'll start the video now, and it's a collection of all sort of bits of the 6 days we was away. There she is. So yeah, this is our maiden trip in our little old camper. It's almost 40 to the gallon, I couldn't believe it. So next year, when we go away doing a few clinics and things, we're going to use this. So this is a test run really. So okay, I'm going to film when we get to this event. Bury Farm it's called. Bigger question centre, got several arenas, and there's some really good clinicians looking at it. There's 3 arenas going to be going, and there's a few clinicians I want to watch who are on the sort of same page as what I do. So those are a few little clips of the practicing on the Friday night. We got there on the Friday night, spent the night in our little motorhome, and we sort of had a walk around and was watching them practicing, which was really, really good. I used to always find you see more and learn more before the event, really, if you can get there early and see things the day before. It's important. Opinion on what? So here we go. This is where the action happens. My friend Chris makes our boiling sticks. We've got a few here. A few there, Chris?
Yep, there's a few there. Not for you to be
brilliant.
home, we're doing plenty of boiling.
And me and Chris go back a long way. He was my best man at our wedding, and he's into bikes big style. And you, Chris?
Children's sweethearts for
How's it going down, Tam?
Lovely roast dinner carvery. Lovely
Oh,
job.
everything on that. It's like a Christmas dinner, isn't it?
The guy who made the boing-in stick.
The boing-in sticker.
And his lovely wife and daughter.
Yeah. Hello, Kim. Lovely job.
How you all doing, mate? G'day.
And we're on our way now to a horse. Funny enough, very close to when we moved down to Wales, it's only, the house we were in is only like about half a mile or so over there, so we're very close. Tutnell, yeah. Tutnell, Bromsgrove. So we're on the way to this horse now. Now Tanya's just read it out properly to me, and it's going to be very, very. I've got to really think about what to do here, because the lady, her name's Sarah. 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 She's been following. She follows Buck Brannaman, Warwick Schiller. She's discovered me and done a lot of what I've been doing. So she sounds quite knowledgeable. She's been doing the groundwork. You're doing much better with a horse, but she's got a major problem where the horse goes in the trailer now. It didn't trailer very well, and she had a professional. The horse went to professional to be trailer trained. The problem was, if you try to unload the horse frontwards, it panics and leaps out to the stage where it leaps out onto its knees and falls over. It's really panics. A very dangerous situation. So apparently the trainer did say that you need to do more of that. So Sarah was very dubious, didn't want to damage a horse. But he's kind of right. You've got to try and get the horse over that problem of panicking.
Right.
Now it left a horse with quite another problem, that if you put it in the trailer, it wants to come out backwards when you go to put the bar across. So there's a few things going on. What I'll probably do when I get there is have a look at how Sarah's doing her groundwork, see if everything's okay. I think it will be. So I don't think I'm going to get big inroads by doing a lot of groundwork more, but I'll just see where Sarah's at, and then we'll go to it. And I've got my own little ideas, which you'll see in a minute, of maybe changing the idea of the horse having to panic out. One of them will be covering the ramp, front ramp, back ramp, and inside the trailer with shavings from maybe the stable, if the stable's nearby, and then more of it going past the ramp where the horse comes out. So you'd have it on the ramp coming out, plus more past it. I know it'll mess the place up a little bit, but it's just an idea, and it's worked for me before. So we'll see how we get on now then. So it is a little bit, got to be very careful, because it's a panicaholic with this trailer. and that's where you can get hurt. So yeah, see you in a minute. See how we get on.
Some people get so in their yards and immaculate and everything else, and then he goes and puts all sawdust.
Oh,
and, no.
So, are you from this area originally then?
I was from Cheltenham.
Oh, okay. That's not far from here.
No, I was born in Cheltenham. Steve was born in Birmingham. And we met in Blackpool 42 years ago.
Not my idea to put that photo in. Tanya insisted on it and was laughing her head off. But yeah. What?
Just going to put your duck on.
My duck?
Yeah, you got a duck tonight. Orange sauce.
Hey, I'm looked after, aren't I? Duck and orange sauce.
That's his favourite.
That is my favourite. You can see why it's lasted so long, can't you? She's gone out now. Right, carry on.
So then I moved from
You've been
Cheltenham.
out by now.
I know, that's what Steve always says. Yeah, so I moved to Redditch, and then we spent, I don't know, another 17 years here. Then we went to Pembrokeshire.
Pembrokeshire is cool.
Oh, it is lovely.
We stayed in Roche Castle.
Roach.
Roche Castle, yeah.
Yeah,
A couple of years ago.
it's lovely in there, isn't it? They've done it all up, haven't they?
It was lovely.
Yeah, when we came back from America, we rented a property just literally, we could, right next to it. Right, just in front of it. Yeah, it was lovely. I still love watching it.
It's a nice size, isn't it? It's a nice size. You are a nice size, you are. Is she? And how old is she?
6.
6. Look, well, that's good at that age.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen the new one we just bought?
He's 6.
6.
Yeah.
He's 6.
But she also has, she panics with big traffic as well. The bolting thing again.
Okay, well, do you know what I found the only thing that really helps with that?
Yeah.
If you knew anybody that had
Yeah.
a yard, preferably like a quarry,
Yeah.
or something like that. See, we've got a couple of quarries down by us,
Yeah.
and I give them a drink. You know, I'll give the owner, say, look, you know, can I bring my packed lunch, and can we stay at the entrance and tell the drivers we'll be
Yeah.
there with the horse,
Yeah.
and that's the only thing I've really found helps. But you stay there the day, and they're coming in and out
Yeah.
all day, and it starts off, you got to have someone with you who knows, you know, it starts off they're rearing and trying to run off and whatever. At the end of the day, they're not.
But of course I had to have her sedated to get her there, because I
Yes.
didn't want to make that any worse.
No.
So
It's
she
a
did.
height thing, it's a claustrophobic thing when she's like impacted around.
Yeah. So she did work with her a lot there, and she is loads better on the road.
So you've really put some effort into this, haven't you? Sending her, like,
Yeah, you're our last resort.
Oh,
oh, good.
No pressure.
much.
Okay. But she's such a nice. I can understand
is,
why
yeah.
you're trying.
Yeah.
She's put together lovely for you, isn't she? And just nice.
Yeah. And
so-
she's a lovely person underneath. She's just a bit. She's a stuffy matter.
She's just got
She's very
sass.
opinionated.
They all are. Right?
Typical
She
woman.
thinks she knows.
Pete, did you just say typical woman? I couldn't get away with that. Could I, Tan?
No.
No duck for me tonight if I did say that.
Your dinner's in the dog.
Sure, if I said to you, because obviously you probably know lots of different exercises. If I said to you, what's your main, you know, handling of her? Where you, if I said 3 things that you do, because you've done groundwork,
Yes.
yeah. What are the
detail in her not moving into my space. You give her an inch, she'll take a yard.
Right,
She's
do you
a-
hand feed her much?
Give her the odd carrot.
Look into my eyes. I can tell if you like. I wouldn't for a reason.
Yeah.
It's they cannot. You prove to them that by letting.
You're not worthy, are you?
No. Imagine the ring. She's coming in. She's saying, "Thank you very much. I've had your feed."
The hand feeding is a topic that you could debate all day, and there are horses you can get away with it with. I know that, and I've even the odd one myself. But there's a lot of places I go, like this one, where the horse is potentially very dangerous and by blasting out of a trailer, whether it be front ways or back ways, and it, you know, doesn't respect space as much as it should. So I always lay that down to try and change things so the horse doesn't come into space so much. So there are times when I really push that, and I think for now with this horse is definitely not allow the horse to come in and take feed from you. I stand by that, but as I say, it is controversial, you know, and a lot of horses you can get away with it, but not this one, in my opinion.
That's how they're.
Yeah.
Right? And they can't deal with it.
Yeah.
So that was unrequested, but you picked it up, yeah? Always look at the feet every time.
Yeah.
Try not to look at her. She's just crept to there. Yeah. Now I would play with that for an hour. Every time she,
Okay, yeah.
it's unrequested. When you've got a connection, you have to.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't hand feed. Put it in a bucket
Yeah.
and just ask her to back up, and then she'll know the difference. Okay.
Yeah.
The more worrying thing is when they do take feed from you, when she panics. If she did with you,
Yeah.
she wouldn't even know she's hurt you. But
Yeah. Yeah.
you prove to them that you're
Yeah.
not the alpha.
Yeah.
Because any alpha, anyone in charge, they're not allowed to go near their food.
Yeah.
No.
They'll do this with the shoulders. They won't go near them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
her mum's
wouldn't.
like that,
It's
yeah.
not doing her any favours.
Yeah.
And she probably has your little treat and says, "Is that it?"
Yeah.
You know that. You don't accept coming into space unless you're letting her have a feed off you. That's one thing, right? So she's backing away from you quite nicely. Can you move that last foot back there? See how she's creeping constantly?
Yeah.
That shouldn't come into her head
Yeah.
unless
I know.
you are
He's always
invited.
creeping.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, I would sit there for an hour and I'd just love her to creep and I'd keep backing up. But I'd probably go 2 foot back more than she came in. So
Yeah.
she came 1, I'd go 2 back.
Yeah.
And I'd say, "Go on, do it again. I haven't asked you yet." Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She comes 2, she go 4 back. So that's something I think you could work on.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I ask you, just walk with her here and then stop for me. And then stop. And again, walk around, stop. Okay, and through a gap. So if you can stand here and send her, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just checking how she's with your space, respect of your space. Right. So see if you can send her through. Okay. Through that gap. And again. Okay, so can I ask if you both noticed that she's moving you? She's moving.
Yeah.
She knows
Yeah.
you're moving.
Yeah.
So you're moving there.
Yeah.
Most people wouldn't pick it up,
Yeah.
but she means everything to her.
Detail.
So you're doing this and you're in here and you're kind of doing this. So she's sort of moving you out the way. So again,
Yeah.
Respect, isn't it?
it's just no respect to space.
Yeah.
But a lot of that does come from her,
Yeah.
her taking your feed.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. But for you to be able to manoeuvre her like that, most people can't. Do you know what I mean, Tanya? You are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
She's
are
on the right
looking
track, isn't she? Yeah.
further than-
Just the detail.
It's the detail.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I'll just take for a minute. I might firm up on her slightly.
Yeah, you carry on.
You know, but I won't
Go for
hurt
it.
her. I won't hurt her. But
Big girl.
okay. So I'll probably just move her hindquarters a little bit first. So that's her hindquarters gone. I want her to stop. I want her to back away from me just a little bit there. Okay. Stop. You see how quick that it comes?
Yeah.
It's like crazy quick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I'll tell her how good she is, but I need such a lot of respect to space when I'm in there
Yeah.
that it might save my life
Yeah.
if I'm in the way.
Yeah.
And she jumps out of there, and with those trailers you
Yeah.
have got a gap like this.
Yeah.
I've seen people that are here and the horse jumps through and you get up against the,
I know.
you're going out, ribs are gone and everything. So the space thing is a real big thing for you
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
you know. She hasn't crept once, has she?
No.
You know. So while she's not creeping, I almost want her to show you what I would do. A nice thing, she's looking at with both eyes. A lot of horses, when I just say, it all ends now, it's like Wyatt Earp walking through the doors and say, shooting his shotgun and say, it all ends now. A lot will look at me with this eye.
Okay.
She's like experimenting with both. So she's in a good place with her,
Yeah.
you know, because we're always this side and a lot will
Yeah.
one eye me for ages. So I'll ask her to back up here. So yeah, she's gone back lovely. And another foot. Lovely, thank you. That one squared it up. Thank you. So she's really listening here, really quickly. So you've put quite a few basics in
Yeah.
for me, which is good. Now I'll just disengage her this way.
Oh,
Back up to.
See the ears?
yeah, not a nice attitude, is it?
We'll work with that a little bit.
Yeah.
It kind of.
Don't you dare tell me what to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the sass in her.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Like Ocean. The boss is here.
Yeah.
Boot camp.
Now the reason I did that is because she pushed on me. I felt a push forward to me, and that is an absolute no-no. Now you see how it's just been effective, see?
Yeah.
It's been effective
Yeah.
in getting her to start thinking, hang on, stop. Now look how quick this is coming now. But it's also as important for me to be gentle at the same time. So, oh, nothing. Nothing. She got potential to be incredibly light to ride, you see, when they're this responsive. So, okay, I'm just going to check her with this gap. But these little periods where I'm actually talking to you is where they're learning. Yeah, there must be something in it for her. She's really, very quickly said,
Got you.
we know who's running this. It's a partnership, but someone's got to lead it. So she's very quickly saying, I got, you know, this is how you've got to be a little bit, just to protect yourself a bit around what's going to be going on. So, okay, you've lowered her head. Now that's a nice look. She just gave me a nice look there. She's not keen on the hindquarters being moved around. That's something, I'm not going to pursue that too much now, but I would be. I'd be doing it until the expression changes.
Yeah.
So I might do it 15 times and then get somebody, because it's hard for me to look at both.
Yeah.
There is peripheral vision, which I'm pretty good at. So you're looking at something, but you can see something. Sometimes it helps for someone else to see when the ears and the expression changes. Then you're out of there, you go. So for the expression change, for the good, you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense? So you might want someone to tell you when it's better,
Yeah.
because you can't do it all at once.
Yeah.
So we'll lower her head here. You done much of this?
Yeah, she's.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not always great with it.
But I'm just not, so, ideally, unless I really don't mind her grazing,
Okay.
they learn to separate it out.
Okay.
So it's got to be kind of bump up like you did, but if she does it again, then bump up and back her up 10 paces. It's got to not be worth her doing it.
Yeah.
But she has to work that out, you know. So yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so we'll just check. Is everything making sense?
Yeah.
What I'm doing, everything?
Yeah.
I wanted to go. Now, can you see the respect I had immediately?
Yeah.
Right. Now I want to go this way. Yes. Now hindquarters, disengage, front end over, front end over, front end over, forward to defeat. Thank you. So I'm going to work on this now. Lovely. Disengage. Nice face with everything. All right? Disengage, back up 3 paces. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. That was 4. Now we'll give it a break now. Now, look. That's how quick it's come.
Yeah.
That's how quick it's come. So whatever you've been doing has not been wasted, because I guarantee you I would have been ages doing that. Yeah, because I would. It's not worth me labouring all that now.
No.
She's done. I would probably lose some of that if I keep going.
Yeah.
Because she's said,
Yeah.
I won't come into your space.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Everything I've said now is the big one. You know, I can't do much more with her here.
Yeah.
Preparing her for that. It's pretty much.
I know.
You've done your bit. I've just topped up what you.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
it's whether this is where I've got to ask you what you want me to. I can attempt. We can shut the front up, or we can leave the front down. We can, you know. Do you want me to attempt it?
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm?
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
So I'm going to show if you can actually stand on these on this, which. Now you see how she's going to go on it, and I'm taking her away. So I'm releasing her from it for standing on it. Okay. If she goes through nicely or whatever in a bit, you'll say, why didn't we think of that? Bit of straw.
Do you want Georgie up there, Steve?
Yeah, if you can. So that if she does, you know, if she does. Tell you what I like as well. She's quite light. Backing up, she's quite light in her pole. Have you noticed that? Maybe it was a fluke then, but.
What do you mean by that, Steve?
Well, watch a pole there. See how a lot of horses. Right, so I'm going to stay here now till she lightens up there. There, you see the little give?
Yeah.
This is everything in horsemanship. Most horses will root. I just released her. I'm going to just try and get her pole just there. Did you see the little give? So it's the same with the bit. A bit we should release for that and then build on it, okay? So you see, already she's getting lighter. Quite like your halter there. There, do you see it? You missed it, you weren't looking. Did you see that, Sarah?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So I like to get to a stage where I can back your horse around and they're giving that softness.
Yeah.
It changes so much for the riding, you know.
Yeah.
Now she kind of crept there,
Yeah.
but it was I felt that was a different sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now you see the softness. That's. Was you getting that, or have I just done that?
I do get that with
Right,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
No.
That was you, Steve.
Right.
just point out here is I've left the front ramp down. Now, because of the accidents that have happened with the horse coming out of the front, which has been disastrous in the past, and it hasn't happened for a long, long time, that they've tried to take the horse out frontwards because it leaps and falls over, goes on its knees. I mean, it's an absolute panic when it comes out. So I cannot do my usual of sending a horse in. Okay, usually I'd send the horse in, but I thought right from the off, let's change it up now, because she will pretty much go in. If you take the partitions out, shut the front up, she'll pretty much go in then and like have a bit of feed, but she'll always like back out. But so I've changed it now. I put the front down, said we're changing things now. We're going to go back to you seeing a way out. So I can't send her in because she would blast out and probably hurt herself or whoever's out, or whoever's in the way. So that's what I'm doing there. That's why I'm bringing her forward, which is quite rare for me. So I'm just working with her feet, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of discomfort, and just releasing for any thought of forward, because I know I need to sort of help her out and not let her go through, but get used to seeing the ramp down, which is the cause of her accident. So that's why I'm doing that.
That's it. That's it. Hey.
I'm getting this ready for the grass skiing. See if he does a bit of grass skiing in a minute.
I might get somewhere.
I think you will.
I don't know.
So
I've seen it
She
before.
decided to go out then herself, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she decided to walk out. So now we're out,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we'll just do a little bit of something,
Yeah.
you know. I don't want to get her too up because,
Yeah.
but this backing out, she probably calls herself a little bit of quality groundwork.
Yeah,
So the reason I'm doing this is because she was a little bit crabby about it.
yeah.
So I'm just, that's a nice, she disengages quite nicely actually.
Yeah.
We might want to move that poo in a minute.
Yeah, I thought about that.
But everything with quality, like I'm even thinking now of the lightness in the pole there. So I don't want to waste any of it any of the time. You know? She bumped into my arm there, so she did that herself. You know, she thought she'd just push on my. That'll be in the video. You'll see what I did there.
Yeah.
Stop. So now we'll bring her back here now. And let's see if she can relax with me in here. Needs to escape.
Yeah, yeah. I do let her run out if she goes back, and then
So
I
she
just
knows she
do-
can go, yeah.
Yeah, and then I
Um,
just work down there, and then rest in there.
Yeah.
God for that.
What's that?
And then she said, thank God for that, I can have a quiet street.
Well, considering the ramp's down,
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
I feel like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we're getting
yeah,
maybe somewhere.
yeah,
Do you
definitely.
agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been too
And-
scared to even have it
I
down.
know, I agree with you. Yeah. At least, you know,
Yeah.
it can be me that loses my head, not you.
What's that, Steve? Now amount of money.
Now, what she's doing
Yeah,
now is she's listening. When I'm putting the pressure here,
yeah,
because I kept it,
yeah,
I kept the pressure there. I was releasing for every foot.
yeah.
It's kind of she's listening to this a bit more, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take her out now.
Yeah.
Steady, steady. Now that was me that brought her out, so
Yeah.
it wasn't her idea.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do too much.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it was
Yeah.
my idea. If she'd have gone out on her own, then it would have meant something.
Yeah.
Uh,
A long time ago.
now think about what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do. Her view of this. Her view will be. I'm gonna line her up here with for her view.
Okay.
You with what I'm saying? Don't push onto me. Right. So her view will be that.
Yeah.
You with what I'm saying? So I'm going to be quite firm here and say, take your butt over a little bit from it there. Right. She remembers the view because she's trying not to replicate the view.
Yeah.
No, that's a really interesting bit of this video. I wanted her to see, because it's always been a panic out of that front, and remember she's gone on her knees, she's gone and fell right over herself, and it's just been an absolute nightmare coming out of the trailer. So she'll see a certain view and provisional vision of what she's looking at. And you can see she doesn't want to give her hindquarters left or right to actually line herself up how she would come out of that trailer. So I worked on that a little bit and then got her to accept what it will be like for coming out of there without quite so much panic, hopefully. So that's an interesting point. More for the purist horse people, that one, but non-horsey people might understand that as well, hopefully.
I'm saying here, her view and perception when she panics out, she's trying to avoid that view. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want to try and show her that the view she's going to have is okay. So I want that over a little bit. She's saying, there. Now she's coming away from there. That's the view pretty much there of what she will have coming out. And these are the little things we don't think about, you know, but realising your space was something. Alright, so, okay. So this should take a bit less time now. There.
Well done. Oh no. Whatever she's paying you, Steve, it's definitely not enough, is
Well,
it?
I'm glad you said that. Okay, so would you agree with, there's something not too bad there? Right?
Again, unlike a lot of my videos, I've had to do a lot of not editing things out. Anything that needed to be seen, I'm showing. I always show warts and all, everything's there, but of long periods of waiting. I mean, I was there like 4 hours. It was supposed to be a couple of hours. I was there like a long time, so it wouldn't have been able to be put on the internet. So you'll see, there will be, it'll go from one clip to another. Nothing will be missed, but real breakthrough there. And even Sarah said, I can't believe that, because the door was open, she's there, eating a few nuts with me and just relaxing. Her heartbeat was down, she wasn't sweating, and just looking out of the door. But I hadn't asked her yet to go out. She's kind of getting comfortable with it, which was a real biggie, bearing in mind the panics that she's had whenever she's had to go out of it. And usually, just with that down, she would be doing the piaffe and really worried and wide-eyed and God, couldn't cope with it, you know. So really doing well here. Big breakthrough at this point, but I haven't asked her yet to come out. So here we go.
And she's seeing that same perception now that she had. So we'll see if we'll get a leap out. You happy then? We'll have a go at this? All right. Okay. So I'm going to change now to there. All right. I'm going to put that further this way. There. So I'm kind of ignoring that. Because she could come out. I didn't even look at her there. This thing's broke a bit here. I just didn't want to butt what's it in there?
See if I can get the leap. Mm-hmm.
But no, I ain't going. I don't like it. Gives me some confidence though, knowing that I can walk her in there now and make her happy there. that
Yeah, well,
she's
if you
not-
can, you know, that's a
Yeah.
biggie.
Yeah.
The fact that this is.
There you go. That's the first time she came out the front with me, and you can see how dangerous that is. And apparently that's kind of one of the best ways she's come out of there. Could have hurt me. Definitely at this point I'm thinking, right, I'm going to keep doing this now, and hopefully, and in a lot of horses they start to settle, and then I can look at the ramp and bring them out slowly. But I'm already thinking in my mind, this is really dangerous if you were in the wrong spot there.
If we get her going through again now, and then I'm gonna. A little better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
Got some feed there for her? Was it better? I don't know.
Oh, was it? Do you think that was better?
Yeah, I think the time before she sort of slipped off the ramp
Oh,
by
okay.
the car, but that time she actually went down the ramp.
I'm explaining the exact reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm just about to take her out the trailer and just reiterate my space by just making a yield to me. The reason is she pushed me a bit into the back of the trailer, and she did. I wasn't asking her to go out. She kind of just moved on me and pushed me quite hard into the trailer. So that ring had gone, and it kind of didn't really hurt me, but it could have done. So that's why I come out and just reiterate. Things got a little bit better then. I'll just quickly say, at this point, I'd brought the horse out probably, I think, about 5 or 6 times, and I didn't feel like they'd improved enough for me to open the floodgates for Sarah or her daughter to do the front. So I made it quite clear. I said, look, I'm not happy with that. If you get hurt doing that, it's not going to be down to me. So I said, at least we've managed to get her now to go out that way, so she can kind of think, not be so panicky about it. Because remember, she was leaping out in such a panic, she would have hurt someone and not even known it. And she was like going on her knees and bowling over. I mean, it was terrible. You know, they've explained to me what it was like. And so I said, we'll quit that now. We've done that. So now we'll go back to bringing the mare out with quality, backing out now. So I'd only be happy with them moving forward with the horse backing out the trailer, not going forward, because they could get really seriously hurt. And I think I did well not to get hurt myself doing it. But I feel like I'd gone over that hill a little bit with getting out the front. So that's what's happening there.
On her head.
Yeah, yeah,
She counts a lot longer then.
yeah, brilliant.
So,
Yeah.
now, you see how this is working on her back up as well? So there we're bumping on her. There's a lot taking place here
Yeah,
for you
yeah.
with respect to space and everything. So,
You've got to look at the difference there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
oh, look at
And she can't wait to get off.
Wow. Wow.
So there's a big decision about to be made now. I thought we'd gone over the hill, obviously, for getting the horse out the front, but not good enough for me to allow them to continue with that. With the way I'd been doing things, the mare was running in and out the trailer fine, backing out with me. Things were good. So we had a choice then to quit there, but we didn't. I wasn't 100% sure, and none of us are really. Probably in the real world I would have quit there, but the general consensus from Sarah, Pete and her daughter was to put the partitions in and just make sure that we could get the mare going in and out with some kind of quality with partitions. So they'd always only been able to get the horse in with the partition angled, so that you have to reach over when the horse is in, pull the partition back and then put the bar across. But what was happening all the time was, as you went to do that, she was so switched on, she would see out of her peripheral vision at the back, she would see you go to make the manoeuvre, and she's out. So I thought, well, okay, we've done well up to now, we'll probably be able to bridge that pretty quickly now. Didn't happen quite that way, so we'll have to shortcut some of this, but we'll see how we got on again. Do you want to put her in as it was first? Like you do it. Do you do that first? Do you feel like that bit? So what? Before you start, we'll tell you when. See she going yet, but for now let's just like, give it the benefit. Good. Okay. So if you can do it again, I'm going to take over, right? Way. She's got it almost. Really want to get in there in a minute. What's that? Forward in with your hind forward. So I see this a lot. Suddenly a bit of a breakdown, a bit of and apparently this is the way she can get about other things, and I see it all the time, and it's just a case of from breakdown comes breakthrough, and often that breakdown can bring a breakthrough through so well. It actually did better by having the breakdown. So I just work through this now. In some ways, did I welcome it? I think I did actually, because I was thinking, well, I know this is going to make a big change if we can just keep going with this and don't lose light. I was thinking about losing light as well, but yeah, here we go. That's it, just just rub her forehead. Rub on it now. Alright, rub on the forehead. That's it, let her go if need be, and then straight back in. Good girl. Right, and again. Just a little bit of pressure to see whether you can just, there you go. Right, I'm going to rub on her now. She should come in one more step, and then give her a little bit of feed even if she thinks about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She thinks about coming forward, give her a few nuts.
Good, good.
We should go one more step for you.
One more. Good.
She's doing the old stretcher-rooney, isn't she?
Good girl.
Just give you another step. Yeah, and then rub on her forehead when she does.
Then I'll test you, doesn't she?
You know, in hindsight, you never really know the best. You know, in hindsight, we may have been better to leave it where I thought, but
Yeah.
we're actually kind of getting somewhere with it.
We are, yeah. I think
You know,
yeah,
you've
yeah.
got all the partitions in.
Yeah, yeah.
A little,
Yeah.
and then rub on her.
Good girl.
Give her a few nuts. Have you got a few nuts left?
Yeah.
Just give her a few nuts because she's she's.
We might not even get there. We ain't got long.
Will she go one more step?
Half a step. Good.
No, rub on her. Rub on her.
Very good.
Good
Just let
girl.
her have that feed now.
What a good girl.
When she comes out, I'm going to do one more back up. Try and get it that she just really wants to get in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, a job like this, I'd probably take a week. Every day I'd be doing something and
Yeah.
getting rid of all the history there. How many times you panicked out of a trailer? Probably a lot,
Mm.
you know? So would you say this is...
Yeah. Yeah, good.
So it might be the best decision you made. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Make her feel better.
Ah.
Pete, make her feel good.
Ah.
I'm going to... Little bit of pressure. Little bit of pressure. And again,
Good girl.
look at her.
Good
Another
girl.
one step.
Brilliant.
Another one step.
Okay.
Right, rub on her forehead.
Well done. Why do you have to make it so hard on yourself?
I know.
Hey? What is the point? Really?
See? It's not a wick. No, we'll rub on her forehead now.
Yeah.
Rub on her forehead.
That attitude was a little bit better, wasn't it?
Was it good?
Yeah, it was.
Good.
A bit better. She's almost like, oh, I'm fed up with this now.
Yeah, well, that's what you have to kind of do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you have to kind of do. Has she got a few nuts there now?
Yeah, yeah,
Has she?
yeah.
Right.
Is it out?
Yeah. Now you just rub on her now.
Good.
Rub on her.
Good.
All right. Have we got a few carrots anywhere?
There's carrots in there.
Is there?
She's still got nuts.
Rub on her.
Yeah. Good
Rub on her now. Everyone rub on her.
girl. Yeah. Good girlie.
And she knew you were doing it as well.
Putting the back up.
No.
Oh, you better shut up, Pete.
Yeah.
This is a big deal, isn't it?
Massive deal. Yeah.
Who's to say? I think you were probably right. Thinking now, I actually think now it was worth going the extra step because I think now it'd be quite easy to get her in here without all
Her
this,
attitude.
right?
Yeah.
And feed her in there.
Yeah.
So you can work with that to start with.
Yeah.
I would personally
Yeah.
take all. If we
Yeah.
can finish on a good note now with this. If I can
Yeah.
get her out on a good.
Yeah.
She has survived that. She's come in. We put the back up. Lovely job.
Her attitude now is great.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would work on feeding her without this in.
Oh, without any partitions.
Well, I don't know whether you're going to get it done straight away without me. You could try if you want, but
I don't expect to get it done straight away.
all right. Well, if you saw what I was doing, then 2 lines, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Someone with the line in there,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
teasing her in. You're good on that line.
Yeah.
You're very good. You're
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Right. So. I have to watch how I say things because you two are
I'm
fine.
just useless.
But I can go some pet way and I say one that wrong thing and all the tears start like I have to be really careful.
No,
Oh, they're tough.
Don't I tan?
No.
They're tough
Because of the
all birds,
emotions
these,
and
they'll be
everything.
fine.
No, no tears.
No, this is good now.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
She's proper like, oh my
Chilled.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
From breakdown
Yeah.
comes breakthrough. You've
Yeah.
heard that many times.
Yeah.
You know, that's where
Yeah.
I win with a lot of difficult jobs because I
Yeah.
just keep on
Yeah.
going. Once I start something, that's it.
Yeah.
You'd have been making me bake an egg in the morning.
It's alright. We can do that. Got bacon, got eggs.
I shout the first time. So she kind of knows. So rub
Yeah.
on her forehead again. Rub on her forehead again.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to just play with it.
Yeah.
Up and down. Come away from it again. I know it's all very boring. But.
Boring's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like boring.
Do you?
I don't like too much stress. The tail's not caught up on it, is it?
No, not really.
No.
Rub on her. Okay. And then hopefully she'll just, when she's ready, she knows that's gone now.
Yeah.
She does. She knows that's
I'm
gone.
going to have to work if I go
But
out there.
the last time she went in was quite nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She went in with a good attitude. She kind of said, yeah, put it up, didn't she?
That's brilliant.
Now, can you come around here, Pete?
Yeah.
And then just hold this, just there. Don't even do nothing with it. Don't drop it below that. And just don't look around the corner, all right? So,
Don't look round the corner.
yeah, don't look at her. Send her back 1 foot by looking at her foot, or is she having food?
No, she's not. I'm just going to look at her feet now.
Yeah, and just see if you can just send her back slightly. We won't look.
Go back.
You couldn't wish for better than that, could you? Right.
Yay!
Can I have a beer now?
Well done.
I'm so chuffed with that.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
I'm so happy.
Well, it's showing
She's
this
so
road.
happy, I might
I can't put that in my video.
You said
You
that.
absolutely couldn't wish for a better ending than that. I was just really hoping she would come out, because I knew I couldn't leave it unless she came out not panicking, and she did. And I thought, right, you know, there is a time when I do that again and again and again, and I thought with the time of day it was and everything, we've got to end there, and that went really well. Now I'll put an update of how things go with things with the mayor and Sarah. I will be going back up there. I've got to go back up to the Midlands before Christmas to see my mum and my family. So I will make a point of popping in. There might be something I can help for an hour with that. Now afterwards, I mean, Pete there, he's such a character. So is Sarah. I mean, a lovely family and the daughter. And a lot of this is not just about the horses, it's about the people, isn't it? But we went back, we were invited back, and we actually had a little gin and tonic. They got, when they asked would you like a gin, and they love their gin, so they got all different flavours, and I mean a whole cupboard full. So I had an orange gin, which was absolutely lovely. I was right ready for that. And it turns out that Pete is very well known. Now, I've been gone from the area for 25 years, and he's got a nickname, Pete the Meat. No, Pete the Meat, I didn't know. But people I've spoken to said, oh yeah, Pete the Meat, you know, and he's an amazing butcher. You know, had a meat shop, you know, and was famous for all his different concoctions with meat that he would make. So I'll show you a little clip now. We went back and he showed me his prize car that he's got, a very collectible car, and it was just nice to go back, relax, have a chat, and also I was quite hungry, and he asked me if I wanted to try one of his specialist pork pies. Now he makes these pork pies with cheese on the top and different things, cranberry, and I must tell you it was one of the best pork pies I've ever tasted. And he put some out there, and I ended up having most of it. But yeah, what a lovely end to the day. I was quite tired. It had drained me a little bit, especially with not sleeping in the caravan, in the camper. But yeah, these clips now I'll show the couple and things. These are the pork pies, guys. If you ever get a chance to have one of Pete the Meat's pork pies, just do it. You won't regret it.
I have, you know, tell her how good that was, you know, tell her brilliant. She would go straight in there now, you know that, don't you? But we'll leave it on that note because
Yeah,
we
we
might
need
lose.
to leave on that note.
Yeah. Do you want to? Okay. Right.
So you're going to leave the box up here, Sarah?
Yeah. Wow.
And she's not for the worst, is she? She's
Brilliant.
all right there. I'll put my
Brilliant. Thank you.
definitely the end of the video now. It's just over an hour, so it's not as long as I thought it was going to be. So that's our trip. That's that horse, and it's dark outside now. So I've been doing this for a couple of hours. It was light when I started, but I'll just say, as I'm just finishing this now, Tanya's just received a message from somebody who has done a beautiful portrait of Mac, our grey horse we lost a little while ago, and he's become quite well known through the videos and the return of the Mac series, and it was really upsetting for everybody that we had to have him put to sleep because of some serious melanomas that appeared and were getting very aggressive, and it happened so quick, really. Yeah. So we'll show you that now, and then obviously Tanya always reminds me to ask people if you think people will learn something from this, or if you enjoyed it, do a like, do a share, and we'll have another video up in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, and I think the next one might be the demo for the main site. Hopefully that'll be, and I think that'll be quite entertaining as well. So I'll leave you with this now with Mark, and ciao for now. Okay.
Look what somebody's just sent us. They've done a hand portrait of Mac. How beautiful is that? But she just wanted to send it through Messenger so we could see it. But she's done a lovely portrait for you to send.
Do you know what?
Barbara.
That's amazing. Thanks, Barb.
Thank you, Barbara. That's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.